Today's video, we are going to be reacting to Deception Detective's video about Zlaner addressing the accusations. So without further ado, let's crack on with the video.
Today's video, we're going to be addressing the accusations, and I will be showing you the footage live in front of your face. This guy is calling out big name streamers to utilize their names in clickbait titles. Video that this guy has manipulated clips. He is a drama channel. That is what he is doing.
Hey, that was a good intro. I'm not going to lie. Nice hook. Brilliant. I'm intrigued.
Hello detectives. As promised, I've kept investigating Zlaner, and in today's video, we're going to look at him again. In particular, we're going to look at a video he made called Coming Clean, Addressing the Accusations, Part 1, to see if he's cheating on Warzone. If this is your first time here, I'm the Deception Detective. I'm an attorney who has been trained in statement analysis, and this channel is all about teaching you how to spot liars. Without further ado, let's listen.
Yo, what is up YouTube? Welcome to a new video. In today's video, it's not going to be the jokey, memey, fun, your normal scheduled program YouTube video to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be addressing something a little bit more serious. We're going to be addressing the accusations and that have been going around lately of Zlaner using aimbot, wall hacks, whatever it may be.
Think about what you or I would say if we were in Zlaner's place. People say that we're cheating, so we're making a video to defend ourselves. We might say, we're going to prove the accusations wrong, or we're going to set the record straight, or I'm going to prove that everything I'm doing is legit, like Rainbolt said in his video addressing cheating allegations.
I'm going to use both an eye tracker and a video of my monitor while I'm playing to prove that everything I'm doing is legit.
Z didn't phrase it that way. He said, we're going to be addressing the accusations. Addressing accusations is not the same thing as proving them wrong. So why did Z phrase it that way? Possibly because he knows he cannot prove the accusations wrong. It reminds me of his interview with Hector Rodriguez, which I analyzed, where he said he made this video to combat the accusations.
The only thing I ever did to combat it ever was I said, okay, I'm going to do, I think I did maybe 3 total addressing the accusations videos.
Again, this just shows, by the way, guys, I've had to pause it here, but this just shows how much manipulation comes out of Zlaner's mouth, okay? And although a lot of people may not believe what's being said in these videos, honestly, I'm thoroughly enjoying Deception Detective's videos throughout.
Yeah.
Does Zlaner's failure to directly deny cheating mean that he's cheating? No, but until he tells us he doesn't cheat, we will not put those words into his mouth. Let's keep listening to see if he ever denies cheating in this video.
And in this video here today and tomorrow's video, this is going to be a part 1 of 2 of a Zlaner Coming Clean Addressing Accusations video. So this video is going to be broken down into 2 parts, mainly because we had the video all ready to be posted yesterday. And the video was over an hour and a half long, and I don't want that to be I don't want it to be this big overwhelming thing. So I figured we split it into 2 parts, try to keep it around 40 to 45 minutes on both parts. The first part, like I said, going to be addressing the live gameplay, doing a live gameplay for you to see exactly what I do on a regular basis. The plays are going to be looking exactly the same. Everything is going to be looking exactly the same because I do not hack, and I will be showing you the footage live in front of your face.
After my first Zlaner video, one of my subscribers asked in the comments, is there anything Zlaner can say to convince you that he doesn't cheat? It's a good question, and the answer is very straightforward. In statement analysis, we are bound by the subject's own words. So all Z has to do is say, I don't cheat, and I'll accept that he isn't cheating at the moment. And all he has to do to satisfy me that he has never cheated is say the words, I have never cheated. It's not too much to ask, which is why when he doesn't say...
But the question is, would Zlaner be able to say that on a lie detector test and pass? Doubt it. I doubt it.
Those words, it's a red flag. In all the videos I've watched of him, I've never seen him say those words. Of course, if he does ever say those words in a future interview, he can't then say something that makes me change my mind. Z said everything is the same because I do not hack. This is pretty close to a perfect denial, except for one thing. In plain English and gaming terms, hacking is not the same thing as cheating. I think he uses the word hacking on purpose, as I said in my first Zlaner video. Why? Because his personal definition of hacking does not include the way he cheats in Warzone if he does cheat in Warzone. So he's picking his words very carefully. Saying I do not hack is not the same thing as saying I do not cheat.
Second part is mainly going to be me breaking down and proving the point that this guy is not in it to actually, have a heart of gold and catch all the hackers on Warzone and put them in their place, and, you know, make sure all the people that aren't hacking are backed up and made sure that they're proven non-guilty. And this guy is calling out big name streamers to utilize their names in clickbait titles to get more views. That is what he is doing.
I just want to point out as well that at that moment when Zlaner released that video, I would say that 99, maybe 98% of my content that I was putting out was around mid-range and small-range streamers, right? People with less than 10,000 followers, people with less than 20,000 followers, and so on. So for him to say that I was trying to utilize other streamers or larger streamers' names, that was wrong. That has never been the case. But for some reason, I mean, his gameplay was probably some of the most suspicious I saw in Verdansk.
Once more about what you or I would say if we were Zlaner. We're making a video about a hacker hunter, probably BadBoy Beaman, who has accused us of cheating. We might say, I'll prove that he is wrong, or I'll prove that he's lying, or I'll prove that he's mistaken. Z didn't phrase it in any of those ways. He said he's going to prove that Beaman doesn't have a heart of gold. And then he revealed how he planned to do that by labeling Beaman as a clout chaser. Proving someone doesn't have a heart of gold is not the same thing as proving them wrong. So why didn't Zlaner phrase it that way? Because he knows he can't prove that Beaman is wrong. But hey, maybe Zlaner just talks that way. Maybe Zlaner just speaks in non-definitive statements, even when he's telling the truth. Maybe the rules of statement analysis don't apply to this situation. I had some comments like that in my previous Zlaner video. Statement analysis is universal. It applies to Zlaner and anyone else who speaks the English language. And I'll prove that in this next section. Listen closely to what he says.
And the reason why he is doing that, the reason why I can say that with 100% certainty, and when this video drops, I highly advise that you watch it, due to the evidence that I have in this video that this guy has manipulated clips. He's willing to go to...
Statement analysis is universal because we all only have milliseconds to choose the words we'll use in a sentence. And Zlaner is just like everyone else. If he's sure he can prove something, it will come out in the way he talks. And if he's not sure or knows that he cannot prove something, his words will show that too. When Zlaner talked about his cheating...
And there's the thing as well. You can tell the difference between when Zlaner talks about himself and the allegations against him of cheating, and when he talks about what he believed was me manipulating footage. Whoever his editor was that found that little small rendering issue within that clip has obviously told him this is 100% proof, and you can tell that he's speaking with certainty while he's talking about the clip manipulation. However, I've done a video following up that and actually showing what happened. I've actually sent videos to Rara as well, explaining what happened. This is something that my whole community who is still involved here on this channel are fully aware of. I've explained everything. I was very much untrained in the editing side of things when it came to creating videos. So, of course, there were going to be bumps. There was going to be swings and roundabouts. But I did not purposely manipulate any footage.
Allegations, he used vague, non-definitive language, words like addressing and combating. Now, look at how Zlaner talks about Beaman. When he thinks he can prove that Beaman changed clips, he talks in a totally different way. He said he can prove that point with 100% certainty because he has evidence. It's a huge change from how he talked about his own cheating allegations. Because the difference is so clear, I think he has guilty knowledge. It's not an embedded admission, but it's the biggest red flag I've seen yet. And as a side note, I don't think BadBoy Beaman changed any clips. Every time I've interacted with him, he's been a stand-up guy. Let's keep listening.
He's willing to go to lengths to manipulate clips, take clips completely out of context, use them in very, very low quality. This guy, again, is not trying to actually prove that I'm guilty. This guy doesn't actually think I'm guilty. This guy's trying to tell everyone that I'm guilty, and then, like I said, manipulate clips, slow clips down to the very minimal things.
People don't like to lie or make stuff up, as I've said many times in my videos. Most deceptive statements are a mix of truth and missing information. This statement here is no different.
I'll be honest, this channel needs to blow up.
Manipulated clips. Zlaner said Beaman took clips completely out of context. Zlaner said Beaman used them in very low quality. He said Beaman slowed clips down. He said Beaman focused on minimal things. The deception is in what's missing. Zlaner never said Beaman was wrong. As we keep listening...
So these are the things the deception detective has pointed out. Beaman took clips completely out of context. I did not. Beaman used them in very low quality. Unfortunately, early on, yes, that was true. Because of, like I said, I had a low-end PC, and obviously I was new to content creation, so I didn't understand how to make things better quality. Beaman slowed clips down. Yes, it did, so that you could see the finer details in unnatural mechanics of his aim, Zlaner's aim. Beaman focused on minimal things. Yes, the minimal things were those unnatural mechanics happening within the game. We don't need to see you slide cancelling and bunny hopping around the whole map to know that moment where your aim snaps to an enemy is aimbot.
Beaman focused on minimal things. The deception is in what's missing. Zlaner never said Beaman was wrong. As we keep listening, let's accept everything Zlaner says is true. Does any of it prove he doesn't cheat? I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you want more content like this, please hit the subscribe button.
Guys, go and check out Deception Detective. Links in the description below.
Current events. If you're already subscribed, thank you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like me to analyze next.
And this guy has a very low knowledge of the game. That's another thing that I prove in this video. I break down parts that he finds very, very confusing and can't possibly fathom and understand how top tier Warzone players pull certain things off, and I very, very easily break down that in the video, proving the point that this is a casual Warzone player trying to call out professional players because he doesn't understand how we are able to pull off certain things, and I explain them very, very simply in my video. That's stacked on top of the the clip manipulation that he's done that I'll be showing in the video, and many other things that are just absolutely ridiculous. Further proving my point that this guy is not out to actually be some type of Batman of Verdansk. This guy trying to put all the hackers in their place. This guy is 100% trying to do this as a drama channel. He is not a hacking...
I mean, there's a couple of things Zlaner talks about within this, but I mean, Batman of Verdansk, one of the highlights, that actually made it into about 5 or 6 different news articles at the time. I was really happy about that.
Busting channel. He is a drama channel. That is what he is doing.
Zlaner will prove Beaman has low knowledge of the game. Zlaner will prove Beaman doesn't understand how.
What was that edit?
Moves. Zlaner will prove the point that Beaman isn't a Batman of Verdansk. Zlaner will prove Beaman likes drama, but Zlaner cannot bring himself to say that he'll prove Beaman is wrong. Why? Probably because Zlaner knows it isn't true. As I said before, lying is a lot harder than you expect. We always speak based on all of our knowledge, and we only have milliseconds to pick the words we're going to use.
And it's just going on too far. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to allow someone to slander my name, something I've worked so hard on over the last few years across multiple games, across multiple platforms. I'm not going to allow someone like this to...
I just want to point out as well that all I've ever done is take into question his gameplay. There are things within his early Verdansk gameplay that are unnatural. It was aimbot in use, and this has happened multiple times. In fact, I have clips of him talking about certain cheat features early on in Verdansk, and this was prior to anybody actually joking and trolling about the cheats. But one thing's for sure, throughout the whole of Zlaner's video, part 1, part 2, and the third one about the monitors, he did nothing but slander my name, okay? I've never slandered his name. I've only ever talked about his gameplay and the fact that it is cheats being used.
Continue to slander my name.
When we look at people's answers in these cheating denial videos, we're specifically looking for places where they skip over something, use unnecessary persuasion, or give indirect denials. Zlaner said he's not going to allow someone to slander his name because he's worked so hard over the years. That's not the same as saying I'm not going to allow someone to slander my name because I'm innocent, or because they're wrong, or because they're lying. He wants us to draw that conclusion for him, but he didn't say it himself. Someone can still work hard at gaming and be a cheater. It reminds me of something he said in the first video I made about him.
For me, it was more so the only reasons I would ever get like irritated by it was like, man, I put a lot of time into gaming, man. I've played my whole life.
That's not the same thing as saying I'm irritated because I don't cheat, or I'm irritated because I'm being wrongly accused. He wants us to draw that conclusion for him, but he didn't say it himself. Someone can still play games their whole life and be a cheater. Does Zlaner's failure to directly deny cheating mean he's a cheater? No, but until he clearly tells us he's not one, we will not put those words into his mouth. And so far, he has never said the words that would allow me to accept that he does not cheat.
Anyway, guys, really hope you enjoy the video.
It's crazy to think that after all of this time, the Zlaner has not once claimed that he doesn't cheat. He's never stated that he doesn't cheat. The way in which Deception Detective is breaking this down, I've actually gone into a lot of detail myself in the past, showing all the times the Zlaner manipulated his audience or lied, bare-faced lying to his audience. There was so many moments, and I ended up having to make, like, I think it was a 49-minute video with it all in. And honestly, I will link that one in the description below, as well as Deception Detective's original video.
All right, what is up, guys? So this is the section of the video where we are going to be breaking down a live gameplay. Well, not breaking one down.
Zlaner gets into the technical portion of his video here, so I'll give you my final thoughts at this point. This is the second time I've analyzed Zlaner addressing cheating allegations, and I've yet to hear him say, "I don't cheat." If someone has a video of him saying, "I've never cheated," or "I do not cheat," or even define what hacking means to him, please link it in the comments below or tag me on it. I'd be very curious to see it. As you saw, Z is perfectly capable of using definitive terms like proof, certainty, and evidence, like I knew he was, when he's talking about something he's sure he can prove. So his inability to use those terms when talking about his own cheating allegations is a red flag. Does this mean he currently cheats in Warzone? It's unclear. He's very careful with his words. The best way to analyze someone like Zlaner is to interview him, as I said in my first video about him. That's the best way to either confirm he doesn't cheat or secure an embedded admission with follow-up questions and confirm that he does cheat. If you have any other videos of Zlaner addressing his cheating allegations, please drop them in the comments below or tag me on them and I will check them all out. In the meantime, if you like this video,
I've got to say, guys, I think this one was very good, and I would actually like to see Deception Detective interview Zlaner. What about you guys? Would you like to see that? Yet again, another fantastic video from Deception Detective, and honestly, I think that it would be great to see Deception Detective interview Zlaner, but do we think Zlaner would accept that, knowing there's a chance he could give an embedded admission in his statements back and forth in the interview? I don't think he would accept it, because let's face it, he actually invited me out to Canada to go and sit there, watch him play on a setup in a controlled environment, but then when lockdown was lifted and I accepted the offer, well, it just disappeared and he had nothing to prove. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below, and if you want to go and check out Deception Detective's video, that is also linked in the description below, as well as my video showing Zlaner lying and manipulating his audience for 49 minutes. And if you are new to the channel, guys, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you enjoyed this one, guys, you will definitely enjoy this video here. Go and check it out. Thank you.